Welcome to another movie. As you can see, we have another kid. So today is my name day. It's in Poland is Adrian Day, and the postman gave me this. Also, this movie is a test of new light. I have two sold boxes above me, so they are quite giant. I by mistake buy a bit larger than I wanted, and it's not a big problem. It just covers half of my space above. So it's a test. As you may see, it's a little bit not so bright because the lights are much more higher than normally, and it's more spread. So back to the kit. What we have in here is something really interesting. I really wanted to see this. Of course, it's toy, but as they write on the box, kit set RC all-wheel drive is four-wheel drive for the education of RC cars. If you want to start playing with cars but also building RC cars, this is a really great set. It's most likely starting set for about the cars, but you can see how it's all built. It's of course not a fully professional RC car, but it is a really great kit. I did check it out on the site on the description, and it's a really amazing kit. So it's a I need to check the name. SINOHOBBY set. They have some much better cars also. This one is the most basic setup, but still this one is full proportional. As far as I did find out, I can see bearings everywhere, is all independent suspension. So this is most amazing kit I did find, and this thing costs in this moment about $56, so that's really cheap for something like this. Makes you feel excited. I'm really excited to see how it's working, I can tell you that. 2.4 gigahertz for the education, blah, 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 makes you feel blah, blah, blah. It's for 15 years old kids and above, and nothing more interesting on the box. There is something in here. Features: authentic car style styling with injection molded body, independent suspension system. 50 to 50. It's hard to say. 50 to 50 meters. That's my English is not so good to read this thing. Full direction. High speed, 20 kilometers per hour. I can see the 150 motors, so that's the most basic one you can get. Probably you could cut off a little bit and put a 180 to get much more power. So I don't know what tools I will need, but I know I will need cutters and screwdrivers, so I have my trusty RC screwdriver and Fowler precise cutters for those Fowler gluing kits. So let me open it, and here is what you get. First, the instruction. The instruction is almost the same as on Fire or any bigger cars, where you can see what parts go where, but this time you need to assemble it. There is English and Chinese information everywhere, what goes where. Nice picture of the car, don't worry, body is also there. You get parts with the power switch installed. It's all molded, nice back for closing it. Sadly, it's transparent blue. That's a bit not looking good, but it's this kit allows you to see how the car look inside, and that's why it's transparent. You get a set of stickers. Oh, that's nice. so you can choose what colors you want. That's really cool. I did not think you will get all 3 stickers. Yeah, all three colors of stickers. And mini Q, I did see everywhere that it's one. it's like this. It's 1, 2, 3. So if you get 3 kits like this, you can have 3 separate kits with separate numbers. Here's the body. So the stickers, of course, are designed for this body. It's not bad. I can see small mistakes, some bubbles, but it's still, in this price, it's not bad. And hair everywhere. You get a lot of parts in there. You take it. Oh, you get a screwdriver. That's nice. And a remote in here. Let me put that a bit to the side. Something black fall out. You get a radio without the wheel. So how they want me to control it? Oh, there is a wheel. It just fall off. Maybe it's also to assemble. No, not like this. Let's set it right. A nice wheel, I can tell you that. You can see also electronic inside. Ooh, steering dual rate, scene trim, throttle, bind. Well, that's not bad electronic. It's much better made than some toys, and still remember it's full proportional. You get a battery box. I asked if this can support the 1S LiPo. They say yes. I don't think so. I will need to check the electronic to confirm that. Get a 150 motor with giant gear. That's a really big one, with capacitor for stability. Some gears. I have no idea what those gears are for. Sadly, this thing is assembled. Too bad. I did think it everything will be for assemble. But okay. Also, this main drive main drive shaft is assembled. Also too bad. You get a servo, 5-wire one, with the arm for it. Probably is in here somewhere. I can see supports for the body, some bumpers, clips, electronic, quite nice electronic, I can tell you. Is a version 1.3 with antenna. Is this differential? No way. There is differential, no way. Of course it will be plastic inside, but there is a differential inside. I did not expect that. And a screws. And that magical screwdriver. Quite nice one. Really big for those screws. The top part is spinning, so it's much more easy to spin it. So only thing you will need is cutters to cut off, but still you can just break it out mostly. Okay, so I think I will speed up the movie, just assemble this. I try to do this on camera, but this movie may be quite long. I still will need to think if I want to keep it. I like it, so I will not put the stickers on. I may leave that to new owner if I will decide so. But so far I will cut everything off. I will the numbers, I will need to keep the parts, but this one I can cut out, and just try to show you how it's everything done, and put the camera a little bit down, and then we will see how is everything working. I still need to see how we, oh, there is a button inside. Okay. Oh, 4 AAA batteries, and also AAA batteries for this, if I remember. Basic correct, yes. So I need a lot of AAA batteries. Okay, so let me start to work with this. Okay, so far so good. I did, I see one of the wheels fall off. I did not find one part, and that is this metal bracket, probably for the battery. So I have no idea what that is and what it is, but I will leave it for now. Now, before you assemble this, as you can see, I'm almost at the finish. Just connect the switch, the battery and the servo, and set the servo to the middle, because now we need to know what the hell is going on here. We need to know where's the steering center, just to adjust it. So I will try to put the servo in there. That's not so easy. And see the wheels are to the side. And if I connect, turn on the transmitter, it's blinking, turn on the power, let's let it here. I set the trimming, steering trim to the middle, exact middle. Now I can of course control it, and in this moment I know where's the center of this servo. As you can see, it's not in the middle, so I need to unscrew it, take the screw with the spring out, take this out, and with the power connected I put it in the middle. Now that's why I did not screw it down, because I knew I need to check that. So now I can screw it. I will hold the arm. No, I will not hold the arm, apparently. It's buzzing because I'm putting some. Yes, and now it's working fine. There is a servo saver, so called. That's the small amount of movement. If I tighten it a little bit more, it will be less, but still is just protecting the servo from stripping the gears inside and just allowing it to move. Now I can turn it off. Let's start from that, and I can start assemble, or just go on with the assembly. So let me do that now. Okay, so car is mostly assembled. I did left with, let me see, 5 screws, all those mounts for the body that they did not show on the instruction. These things that they also did not show in the instruction. I have no idea what those are. Maybe for the body, to not scratch it. The pins are obvious. The longest screws probably are for these mounts. They are probably sitting in here. I think so. Another thing, I did find out what that magical part was, and that was the rubber. They just show how it should go, and that's just the rubber they show. Also, the cables must be put in here. And there is small problem to align the cables of the motor inside, and that took me a while to figure it out. The rear wheels are not fully straight. It's not the weird angle of the camera. They are just set like this, and that should not be a really big problem. The big problem is that, as far as I see, this bearing got out. Did I put this finger wrong way? Don't tell me that. Because this bearing is inside. Probably this one just moved out. And I'm not able to put it in this moment. Oh, there's 6 screws. This bearing in here is just out, and on the other side, yes, this one is inside. So I will just need to unscrew some screws in here and just put it inside. Okay, let me give me some time. I will just do it off camera. Okay, that took some time because I needed to unscrew some of the screws, but it's ready now. The bearing is inside, and that's a small pain because of those, I think they call bone axles or bone connectors, because it's really annoying to put those inside the differential. Differential is working a little bit hard. Oh no. Oh. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, so for the third time, I think I have it ready. I just put the bearing on the back and noticed that one of the bone connectors was out. It's quite annoying to unscrew it all. So now this is a finished car, and there is no other instruction for it. Like this part, as far as I can see, it's this bumper on the front. I know those cars, or if I remember, have some wheels on the sides. Also, there is no weight on. Oh, there is wheels, so it's this ones. So those wheels are going on this, and I think they are designed to keep it on some track or something like that. I did not check any information about it. There's no weight on the bag, as I said, or I just did not find it. There are more pins than I need. There are still 6 screws, so I think those are probably only 2 are for this thing. Yes, the 2 screws, yes, 2 screws are for this, and there's no other for anything that I see. There are 2 parts like this, and I have no idea what they do. They just doesn't fit anywhere. I may check the internet if they have some purpose or not, but so far I just did not find it. Maybe for the steering? No, steering is... Sorry, I'm not able to find it. And the instruction also doesn't say what those are. but the product is finished, the suspension is working, it's a lowrider mostly, so it's time to turn it on. The light is on, let me see it. Oh, the ESC is great on this thing. Oh, it's really fast one. So you have the proportional steering, but you also have a dual rate. So the dual rate is limiting the maximum angles of the throttle. So now the full speed is this, it's nothing. So let me turn it up, I can turn it down, so now maybe a little bit up. So now that's the full speed, and believe me, that's on almost minimum. So let me set it maybe to middle. Oh, I think those are designed for racing, and that's why they have wheels on the front, and wow, that must be a really fast racing. So let me see the steering, it's working, it's of course proportional fully, so I can regulate the angle. Let me play it a little bit. I wonder if this thing have a brake. Yes, there is a brake inside. It's a low rider, so it's having trouble to work on the mat, but it is working really great. So now, how the body is mounted, I need to check that. So it's on the front. Oh, so it's in these two spots. Oh, it's not a big problem too. So it's like this, and it's like this. So I think those are the, yes, 4 screws in here, so we can mount that. I still don't know what this thing is. Maybe because there are much more than we need. So I think this thing goes under the body, then goes this thing, and then another one to secure it probably. Or it's just on the top. No, that would look really dumb. But as far as I can see, this thing is for the wheels, so I may put it together and just show you how it's fully looking. But for now I think I will just put this on, and we can see it with the body on and see how it's working. And also I will assembly this part. I will not show it in the camera, I will just show you how it's all ready. So here is the almost finished product. I did struggle a little bit with these things just because the holes was too small for those mounts. That's why I needed to first time use this. You can see it's still dirty from that. This is the hole enlargement knife or tool, as far as I remember. It's just for making the holes in Lexan bigger. Or you can just use a drill or something like that. I put the front bumper, and this is this, and I did see a car like this. I know people will hate me because I just don't remember the name of that brand. There is a car that is also ready to use, and there is also a kit, and there are many metal parts for it. I don't remember the name, I don't remember the scale, but I wanted to buy that kit, and it's a probably designed for a racing in that small scale, and they also have these wheels on the side. And I really don't remember what is the brand of that, but It's also have the same mount. There are many bodies for it, and probably that's why there was they should give you a weight for the bag to keep it on the ground, but that one was, if I remember, was not a 4-wheel drive, it was 2-wheel drive. So let me turn it on in here, and this is the fully ready product. And here is how the wheels work on the front. Let me get close. Now it's using the right wheel to not to keep it in straight in small spaces, so it's great when you play in home. I don't think it's designed for working outside, but it's definitely working great inside. So the body is really hard to put it in. You can see how they are bent, but that's only the way I could put it on, and just to keep it looking still not so bad. And so the bumper is just mounted with 2 screws. For the towers, I think they call, I use those longer screws on the front and shorter on the back, because there is not so much space in there. I did not find any other spaces, so that's how it is. Suspension is working quite nicely. Remember, it's just a small toy, but it's so far one of the best toys I did find out. And the wheels are still not straight. It should be trimmed to the right, but probably that's because of the real wheels are set like this, and that's counter steering those. Is it really? Oh, sorry, I have the full dual rate, that's why it's so fast. Let me try to get it straight. No, it's going straight. Just because of the rear wheels. I think it's also designed to have a stand, because there are 2 bigger holes on the back that will have some purpose. So according to the instruction that I threw away somewhere, it's on the box. No, wait, what? It's here. Okay, I have it. Sorry, throw it on the ground. There is a connector called power jack. I have no idea what this thing is. Maybe it's designed for a LiPo battery. It's looking like it's designed for the LiPo battery, but I'm afraid to connect it. Banggood, when I ask it, say it is it can work with 1S battery, but I'm just afraid to damage the electronic, and this thing is really cool, so I don't want to do that. As you can see, there's nothing in the instruction. Also I should bend it to the front. Okay, if you want it. Let's bend it like this. Also, there is no power switch connected and battery in there. That's weird. Also, I still have no idea what are those 2 magical parts in here. There's no place to mount it anywhere, or at least I did not find it. I don't see anything that will match this. What in the hell? Wait, maybe I will check the manual again. No, and in here is also no place for that in here. What in the hell is that part? No, I did not find it. I have no idea what this part is. I will just keep it in case of that. So for the controls, let me show you like this. Steering dual rate is the maximum angle of the wheel. So now let me try to do it like this. Now angle is like this. If I move it to the middle, now the angle is like this, a little bit more, and it's barely starting to move the wheels. So we will keep it like this. Always tune wheels to the max and listen if the servo is buzzing. If it's buzzing, just reduce it. Steering trim is to center the wheels. It's centered now. Alright, and did that button just go inside it? I don't need that bind button, but probably it's... Wait, let me get the screwdriver. I see that. Oops, just a hole. I just poke inside, so that's just a hole. And the throttle dual rate is the speed reduction, is the maximum range of the throttle. So now, as you can see, there's no movement. If I put it a little bit more, no, a little bit more, that's the maximum speed. And believe me, that's about, I don't know, 15% of the max speed. Now and that's about everything on the remote. I'm using the anode batteries, that's why this car has so much power. Maybe on normal batteries, because those are rechargeable, maybe on normal batteries there will be much more speed, but I don't think you will need much more speed with cars so fast, even because just because the rechargeable batteries have 1.2 volts and normal batteries, alkaline, have 1.5 volts. So actually that's all. As you may see, I did not put the stickers. I think I will keep it or sell it. I still need to decide it, because this thing is freaking great, but it's designed for the indoor, and I mostly actually I don't play with my car, so it will just stand on the shelf, so it's a bit too bad to keep it on the shelf. Oh, that's not bad. Of course you can cut it down, but it will be more harder to put it in. I still have this magical bag of parts. There are some screws that I have no idea what they do, and those wieldy shape foams that probably are designed for this, but I have no idea, so I will not play with that. Kit is really great for this money. That's the one of the best kits you can get with RC car, and with the thing that it's actually working and have a fully working differentials on front and back, main drive shaft, differential, everything like that. So that's freaking awesome for this money. And the best part, you can buy let's say free like this, because the stickers, there are 3 type of stickers. You can stick it on the car and just race with that. It's designed for racing indoor. I don't think it's designed for outdoor, just because it's really close to the ground. But but for this money, it's one of the best kits you can get. There are bash bearings, I think they called, a piece of metal that's it's designed as a bearing on the differential, and real bearings on the axle. That's quite nice. So that's all for now. That's all I can do with this thing. And still I don't have my printer, so I cannot finish all my other products. But this was a really great fun to assemble. I recommend, if you like kits like this, you can buy it. I will put a link in the description on the top right. Sorry, the link in the description. And the price is so great that it's really fun to assemble. It's a lot of fun, but to work with those bone connectors, but it's still great fun and great tool for this price. So that's all for now. See you in next movie.